Every day, you step into the arena, ready to battle. And every day, you fight fires. From the first email to the last call, you're running, reacting, putting out emergencies. You end the day utterly exhausted, yet with a sinking feeling, you made zero progress on the things that truly matter. You are caught in the urgency trap, where the loud, fast-moving demands of others consistently drown out your deepest, slow-moving ambitions. It's a very human struggle. We are masters of the immediate crisis, but terrible at prioritizing the important, long-term work, the work that creates real impact. The answer is not to work more hours. The answer is to stop confusing activity with achievement. It's time to stop letting other people's priorities own your calendar. How do you break free? By learning to identify the difference between what is urgent and what is truly important. In this video, we'll introduce you to a simple yet powerful framework. The Eisenhower Matrix, that will fundamentally change how you choose to spend your most valuable asset, your time. Are you ready to stop running in place and start making an impact? The Eisenhower Matrix. Named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, one of history's most famously productive leaders, this tool is designed to solve this exact problem. But before we can use the tool, we must first understand the psychological forces that make it so necessary. To truly master prioritization, we must first confront a fundamental cognitive bias that works against us. Understanding this psychological quirk is the key to unlocking the power of the Eisenhower Matrix, as it explains why we so often struggle to focus on what truly matters. A study in the Journal of Consumer Research identified a psychological phenomenon known as the mere urgency effect. This is a cognitive quirk where our brains assign more importance to tasks that are simply time-sensitive, even when other, non-urgent tasks offer significantly greater long-term rewards. Interestingly, the study found that this effect is even more pronounced in people who self-identify as busy. In a state of perceived busyness, your brain defaults to tackling what's right in front of you, giving you a shallow sense of accomplishment while your most significant goals gather dust. Fortunately, that same study revealed a crucial insight: the mere urgency effect can be reversed. The key is to consciously and deliberately focus on the consequences of our decisions. When we pause to consider the long-term impact of choosing an urgent but unimportant task over an important but not urgent one, the bias begins to fade. This is precisely where the Eisenhower Matrix excels, because its entire structure is built to defeat this bias. By forcing you to ask, is this truly important? And check a box, it interrupts the brain's autopilot that defaults to urgency. It's a system designed to make you pause and consider consequences before you act. By understanding the psychological trap, we can now appreciate the simple genius of the tool designed to help us escape it. At its core, the Eisenhower Matrix is a simple yet profoundly effective tool for sorting your tasks and reclaiming control over your time and attention. It operates on a four-quadrant system built on two fundamental concepts: urgency and importance. Mastering this framework is the first step toward moving from a reactive to a proactive state. To use the matrix effectively, you must first distinguish between these two critical attributes. Urgent matters: these are tasks that require immediate action. They are the visible issues that pop up and demand your attention now. While urgent tasks are an unavoidable part of life, spending too much time in this mode produces immense stress and inevitably leads to burnout. Important matters: these are tasks that contribute directly to your long-term goals and values. They require planning and thoughtful action, allowing you to proactively manage your time, energy, and attention rather than mindlessly reacting to external demands. The four quadrants of the Eisenhower Matrix. The Eisenhower Matrix is a prioritization method that categorizes tasks based on urgency and importance, grouping them into four main quadrants. 1. Urgent and important. Tasks requiring immediate action. Typically associated with deadlines, unexpected crises, or urgent client demands. These are the crises and problems that demand you take action quickly. They often have clear deadlines and significant consequences if not addressed. Suppose covering an important project for a colleague who is out sick. Experiencing unexpected car trouble on the way to a meeting. A major client calling with a pressing, time-sensitive problem. These tasks are inevitable. However, spending all your time here will leave you feeling out of control and will quickly drain your energy and passion for your work. The goal is to minimize these tasks by being more proactive in Quadrant 2. 2. Not urgent but important. Tasks contributing to long-term goals. These are meaningful but not immediately pressing: personal development, strategic planning, future-oriented projects. This is the quadrant of opportunity, growth, and deep work. These tasks are the ones that help you achieve your long-term goals and often provide the most satisfaction. For examples: planning for and working on long-term projects. Engaging in routine healthcare and exercise. Learning a new skill or keeping up with research in your field. Quadrant 2 is the sweet spot for effective time management. Consistently dedicating time here allows you to focus on opportunities rather than problems. The more you invest in this quadrant, the fewer tasks will flare up and become Quadrant 1 emergencies. 3. Urgent but not important. Tasks requiring quick action but with limited long-term significance, such as routine email responses or obligatory meetings. This quadrant is the home of busy work and the prime territory of the mere urgency effect. These tasks are often based on the expectations of others and do not move you closer to your goals, despite their perceived urgency. Suppose unnecessary interruptions from coworkers. Checking your email or phone every time a notification goes off. Attending meetings that are not essential to your work. The primary action here is to delegate as much as possible. If delegation isn't an option, you can set clear boundaries, minimize notifications, or save these tasks for when your energy is at its lowest. 4. Not urgent and not important. Tasks that generally should be minimized or eliminated, as they drain time and energy without adding value. Delegating or removing them is often the best choice. This is the quadrant of excess, immediate gratification, and time wasters. While leisure is essential, unintentional time spent here can drain your energy and passion. Suppose mindlessly scrolling through social media feeds. Sorting through emails without actually answering or actioning any of them. Excessive and aimless online shopping or browsing. We all need downtime, but it should be intentional. By setting clear boundaries around these activities, you can ensure your leisure time recharges you instead of draining you. With a clear understanding of these 4 quadrants, we can now move from theory to building a practical system to implement this in our daily work. You can implement this system in almost any modern task manager or database tool. The core logic relies on creating a master list and then filtering it into the 4 quadrants. 1. Create a master task list. Begin with a single database or list that will house all of your incoming tasks. This central repository is key to ensuring nothing falls through the cracks. 2. Add 2 key properties. For each task you create, add 2 simple checkboxes. Label the first, important, and the second, urgent. These 2 properties are the engine of your entire system. 3. Add a status property. Create a third property, often using a formula, called status. This field will automatically assign a task to a quadrant based on which boxes are checked. If a task is important and urgent, do it first. If a task is important but not urgent, schedule it. If a task is not important but urgent, delegate it. If a task is neither important nor urgent, delete it. 4. Filter your views. Finally, create 4 separate, filtered views of your master list. Each view should be filtered to show only the tasks with a specific status, effectively creating your visual 4-quadrant matrix. The daily workflow. Once this system is set up, your daily workflow becomes incredibly simple. When a new task arises, your only job is to add it to the master list and check the important and/or urgent boxes. The system handles the rest, automatically placing the task in the correct quadrant for you to act on. When you complete a task, you can simply check it off, and it will disappear from your active views. This digital framework transforms the Eisenhower Matrix from an abstract concept into a dynamic, automated productivity system. But as powerful as it is, real-world application often requires a bit more nuance. If you found value in this video, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments.